Always that side. Right, it's time to see if this is actually working. So look at that view. Look at that view. Sound test. Sound test. Okey-doke. Ping the Discord. Keep that muted for now. That one. Go into that one. So I'll give a moment for some people to show up. Oh, it's quite warm this evening. That's not a bad idea, to be honest. Yeah, that's kind of pointless, though, because you're not going to really see it. Union Pacific fan 44 hello, good to see you. Hello to you too. How you doing? Oh, good to be back live streaming once again. It's been over a month. We had to put the live streams on hold because of a certain story series. But yeah, that's all done. Back to normal. And let me just do another quick sound test to make sure we're still going good. Okay, sound test. Yep, all right, we're cool. Look at this! Improvement to the setup. So, I have found from my previous place, it's been with me this entire time, but look at the difference. Oh my god, that's bright. Yeah, so my lamp, I guess, it's my, the influencer light ring sort of thing. So yeah, I found that amazingly, of all places, tucked down here underneath the desk next to my computer tower. And I thought that'd be great for the live streams because I had that previously, and you can actually see more. It's good. Look at this. You can actually see the messy background. Oh boy. But yeah, this is good. This is probably the best setup I've had so far. Microphone's working nice and clean. Brand new webcam, which is a much better picture. The light, which is bright as all hell. Let me bring that down just a tad more. Alright, so 1, 2. Yeah, we'll go 3. Okay, so we have something to talk about at least. I'm very keen to talk about a new set that was announced. Let me get it up on the website. Shop by theme, speed champions. And it should be, hopefully, near the top. There he is. God, that is insane. Right now, I'm working on the abandoned locomotive. Oh, that's an interesting build. I have seen some of those before as mocks. There's one in particular I've seen, which I think was made by Tony Sava as part of the Texas Brick Railroad. I think that's the name of the club. I want to say it was either him or one of his club mates who made like a section of a layout and had a siding off to one side. It was always set to straight. There was like barely any track on the siding, but it was all covered with bushes and a brown and dark grey built abandoned locomotive mock, which was really cool. That sort of thing you don't see too often. I know that some fellow LUKR member, Glasgow Brick Subway, Chris Miller, has done something similar in the past when he decided to rebuild his Glasgow Brick Subway layout and turned it into a module for the club's northern layout. I remember seeing, I don't know if he kept it or if it was scraps for something else, but he definitely had the same idea where he had a siding with an abandoned locomotive, and it was it's such a creative build because you don't see them that often. When you're going to make a train, you naturally think, okay, I want to be able to make something that has all the color, it's all functioning. It's actually quite difficult to bring yourself to make an abandoned locomotive, or at least it was for me, which is why I never made one. But you know what? Fair enough, that's good. Look at that face. Oh, good to be back. So I'll give another moment for some more people to come on in. Oops. That one. Gee. Try it on the YouTube tab. That's going to bug me as well because you can see the constant shaking. I don't like how easy it is for me to nudge the desk and the camera and the monitor in particular shake so much. Never happened with the previous place. That's quite bizarre. Never happened with the previous place. Okay then, so there is a set I would like to discuss. The video I've made on it recently has just about reached 1,000 views, which is really exciting to see. Oops, sorry, 1 second. That's a point, actually. I need to, can't do it that way around. Why now of all times? Okay. Sorry, folks, let me just get this bit of business out of the way. There. Okay, that's fine. Right. A new set came out recently. I can't show any pictures because I still don't have the right technology on my computer yet. But officially revealed on Friday evening, 2 nights ago, Speed Champions is getting a new set for January 1st. There was a leak roughly a month ago where it looks like we're getting 5 new sets for New Year's, which is quite a big wave. The August 1st wave was quite big, and the kind of summer wave as a whole was quite big because we got the S2000, which came out on June 1st. 2 months later, 3 single sets and a double pack came out, so that's 4 on one way, so kind of 5 overall in a way, because it's kind of seen as the summer wave. Of course, all 10 F1 cars, that's massive itself. But 5 that's not bad at all. We've had smaller. So Lightning McQueen is on its way as a Speed Champion set. There's so much for me to talk about this. And again, I've done a video. It is on my channel right now. It is the latest upload I have as of this live stream. So feel free to watch that after the stream is done. But this set is very exciting for me. And no doubt it's going to be very exciting for a lot of other people. So this is something I have called out Lego for to make forever. Oh, I feel a bit trapped wind. All right, I think we're good. So yes, I have made some custom car mocks in Speed Champion style, and I've made a couple of Pixar Cars characters as well. The Fortuna cars, and Mater. Over the past 2 years, when I've been making Lego car MOCs, I really wanted to make Lightning McQueen. I could not for the life of me figure out the shape. And it seems Lego has accomplished that. Now, the shape they've gone with is very interesting. Let me link this in the chat. So if you haven't seen it yet, go have a look, because it's amazing how torn people are as well, because some people are very excited to see a new Speed Champion set, but of course so many people are so disappointed that it's Lightning McQueen. I mean, really? It's Lightning McQueen? This is a good thing. This is so exciting. There's a couple of people on Facebook who are, having their usual whinge, where someone said, they probably couldn't have made Lightning McQueen without using custom parts. Turns out I was right. I mean, not really. You just needed the right shapes. There's one shape part in particular that really needed to make it work. And that was a sort of relatively new 1x4 slope-ish brick. I don't recall it, but I think it debuted in the Cobra. The Cobra being that large blue car set, that Cobra. So yeah, I mean, as a set, I'm getting multiple. I'm getting one to build up as is, because I'm very fascinated by that. I'm going to get a second one to make a mock version of, because I absolutely see a couple of things I would like to slightly modify. I think I would get a third one to do a minifigure drivable version. As much as I love this as a character, I'm absolutely going to have to get another one to make in the same style as all my other characters and all my other car MOCs, where it's drivable by a minifigure. I'll have to make a Lightning McQueen minifigure too, which would be very interesting to figure out. But ultimately, this is really cool. I'm so happy that we're finally getting this set. Again, I've said to people for the longest time, I've said it in my videos, that Lego could absolutely do a line of sets in the Speed Champion style for Pixar Cars characters. Now, if this is the only one we get, then you know what? Fair enough. We got the one and only character we absolutely needed, which was Lightning McQueen. So if this sells as well as I hope and truly believe it will, then I reckon that will open the door to more possibilities of more Pixar Cars characters being set in the future. I also think this will introduce the possibility of a spin-off line, maybe, for Speed Champions, to introduce more movie cars. So we've got 3 cars from Fast and Furious. That's cool. We're getting Lightning McQueen, and since that's confirmed, if the rest of the leaks are to be believed as well, then we're getting the Back to the Future DeLorean in this same wave for January 1st. So what else could we see? As famous movie cars, you get race cars from a lot of films. They've done a GT40 already, so doing that from the Ford versus Ferrari movie, not quite. Dominic Z, hello. Thank you very much for tuning in. How are you doing? Very good to see you. You're a new name and face, I believe. I don't recall seeing you in the chats before, but thank you so much for tuning in. How you doing? We are currently discussing the new Lightning McQueen Speed Champion set and all the possibilities that currently opens up for the Speed Champions line in terms of movie cars, not just Pixar cars, movie cars. There's a lot of people on the London Calling panel in particular a couple of nights ago, just as we were about to go live, that set went onto Lego.com, and as we got to talking about it, Greg, the host, said, okay, what about the A-Team truck? What about this? What about this? What about this? There's a post I've seen on Facebook, or maybe it was Instagram. I'm never going to be able to find it. I wonder if I can, actually. But basically, someone has made like 20 car MOCs in the style of Speed Champions, and they're all cars from films. So How do I need to try and find... I'll probably find it after the stream because it is such a creative selection of models. Can absolutely work. What's it, like profile or something? I'm certainly going to look at it afterwards. Yeah, I'll probably find it better on my phone, even if it is on Instagram. Luke, I bought something great yesterday. It's a Majorette 1/64 scale Volkswagen Golf Mark 1 with Rabbit. Okay, let me have a quick... Majorette. Need to double on. 1/64 Golf Mark 1. 1/64 Golf MK1. Ah, that's quite nice. Oh, I like that. That looks very professional. The packaging looks very professional. Majorette, I've not heard that brand before. Something different from Matchbox and Hot Wheels. That's nice. That's really nice. Of all the cars as well, this is like the ultimate, or one of the ultimate hatchbacks to modify. Oh, great. I'm on a rabbit hole now, just looking at what else is there. Who does it come with stickers, or is that something else I'm looking at? Probably might be something else. Not bad though. That's really cool. Oh man, I cannot be more happy over the fact that I got rid of all of my Hot Wheels and die casts. Keep yourself hydrated. I used to get a lot of Hot Wheels cars and have them as inspiration for some of the Lego cars I would make. And it was good because there were so many cars I saw that really inspired some ideas. But they're also getting quite a lot, so I had to eventually back down and stop getting some. But at the same time, it's given me the collection, or helped give me the collection I've got today. Majorette is a French brand. They merged with Jada a few years ago. The one that I bought is a Red Golf. Oh, okay, that'll be why I haven't heard of it then. It's from a different country. Still really good. It's a very accurate looking model too. As a die cast, that's really good. God, production and manufacturing is... Oh. God, that scared the hell out of me. Don't know if you can hear that. That was a van beeping outside. Jesus, okay. Yes. Back in the room. So, Lightning McQueen Speed Champions, cannot wait for it. I'm getting at least 3. Well, it says limit 3, so I'll probably get 3 on... This is a day one purchase, without a shadow of a doubt. I'm also very excited to see what other New Year's sets we're going to get. I'm going to be working on a video predicting Lego City sets we might see in 2026 for New Year's. So I'm going to be looking back at some sets that we've had over the past sort of decade, see what's been released, what hasn't been released over a certain period of time, see what is in demand, see what will be kind of, you know, what do you think we're going to have? You know, it's going to be a very fun video to put together. Oh, pardon me. I'm also going to be making another discussion style video of how I think my own train could work in 2026 if it were to ever come back. I reckon it would work, but there would have to be some specifications as to how it could work. It's going to be interesting. I need to put the script together, really brainstorm it. But yeah, that's technically train content, so it's on its way. Majorette is also owned by Germany-based Simba Dicky Toys. I want to say I've heard of Simba Dicky Toys. Might have been just a TV thing, you know, like a pawn shop video or pawn shop TV series, and a toy under that. I don't know. That sounds familiar. Yeah, okay. So we are 20 minutes, well, technically quarter of an hour, because this is a 1 hour live stream. Right, don't need that tab anymore. Need to keep that one open, need to keep that one open. Oh, he's got some, cool. All right, get rid of that one as well. So, speaking of car marks, oh, my eyes, it's this light. I've not been used to this light for so long. I can't get used to it again. I mean, it's good because you can see so much. I'm going to take full advantage of that now. So I've got 2 models to show you. This is what I'm currently working on. You can actually see it. There's light. I find it fascinating how the turquoise color shows up so differently on camera compared to how it looks in person. That is so different to what I'm actually going for. I don't know. It looks like what do you? It's not. Yeah, medium azure. That's what I'm thinking of. It looks like medium azure. These wheel pieces as well. Thanks to now that I've finally got some S2000 sets, these wheel pieces, they are wicked cool. Really liking them. So yeah, this is a work in progress. This took a couple of hours to figure out. I do miss the days where I would have a specific design in mind and 4 hours later it's built. So that's not really a thing anymore because, you know, you build so many car models, you're going to figure out so many shapes. And yeah, I've actually got the ball going for this one, but it's getting tricky making more car models. It's actually quite frustrating. Dominic also says Dicky Toys also owns Majorette, JDS, Marklin, Snowy, Simba, and Carson. That's quite the umbrella. Marklin, I'm definitely familiar. Let's have a quick look at Marklin because that is a Thomas reference. Gauge 1, yeah. We have a quick detour looking at some Marklin locomotives because these were what we used for Thomas characters in the very first season took place. God, locomotive shapes being so different depending on the nation you're in is fascinating. Oh, it's for something else. Oh, Marklin. What a brand. So next one, let's have a look at another model, which is actually my latest creation that's actually finished. So one color combination I was keen to try was dark blue and dark red. I need to brush this off. How is it dusty? It's been wrapped in bubble wrap. Okay. Always have a brush to hand. If you're a Lego or a modeler of any kind, make sure you have brushes to hand. So this is technically my latest creation. And seeing it with so much light actually really helps. So the lighting has recently gotten quite dim over the past couple of days. So to see the dark red and dark blue together like this with so much light being shined on it. Shone on it? I don't know. I'm really liking this. I thought the dark blue was going to be too much. But you know what? I'm actually really happy with this now. I'm fully set on this being a good mock. This uses the wheel pieces that came from the Bugatti. I can't reach it. Okay, I can't be asked to grab it then. But these new wheel pieces that came from the Bugatti, I love these so much. They are really cool. I'm so glad that Bugatti set also came with a left and right version of these rims. So just to show you, I'll get them on the desk here. Ow, the fingernail. So we have a left version and a right version of these rims. Very funky indeed. I'm so glad they didn't cheap out because it'd be very obvious that one side will be kind of different to another and it would just not look good. So yeah, this is not bad. Some Bugatti inspiration, of course, given the overall shape and the wheels. The spoiler on the rear as well kind of takes some inspiration from the Bugatti supercars. Not intentionally, but it gave me an idea of what I wanted to go for. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with this one. The windscreen is kind of basic because there's no printing on it, but sometimes that's what you need. So yeah, pretty good. I did try the transparent red windscreen piece. Not a fan. I think it's just a bit too dark. There's plenty of red on here anyways. So there's no need to kind of overload that. JDO is most known for their 1/24 scale die-cast models. The most popular range they have is Hollywood Rides, which they launched back in 2017 or 18. Oh, nice. 1/24 scale. Wow, that's... Is that on the larger side for die-cast models? I mean, looking at the 1/42 we looked at, you mentioned earlier, that's sort of your standard size, again, like Hot Wheels-ish. 1/24. Fair enough. What gauge is that? Mad gauge, that's what that is. What else can we bring up? Is there anything else going on? Tell you what, let's have a bit of fun with predictions now. So again, I'm going to be working on God damn it. Yes, like I said earlier, I'm going to be working on the video to predict future Lego City sets. So if I go to brick sets as well, not all of them, I'm going to make like, I don't know, maybe 5 predictions, 10. Yeah, like 10, yeah, no more than 10. Like, not so much a top 10, but the 10 set predictions I have for Lego City. We're all topped up on train sets, so you're not going to see any of them, which is a bit of a bummer, but I'm so glad we got that station set. It looks beautiful still. It's so good. Lego City has been absolutely out of the park the past couple of years. We've been saying, like, basically since 2023 began, Lego City has just revitalized itself, and it is just so good. So first of all, straight away, I reckon we are going to get another No Limits track set. So that is basically the soapbox cars that we got on New Year's last year. We had that and 2 sort of bumper packs, I guess. The fire truck versus the pizza slice and the hospital bed versus the airplane. I reckon we'll get another main sets. I don't know about a ramp. Maybe, well, yeah, maybe it is going to be a ramp. Like, well, not in the sense that we got the original set, but you've got like a flat piece here and there's going to be like a little bump, like a gate you can whack over, some kind of obstacle, a physical interaction obstacle. That's what I reckon we'll get. Something along the lines of the early Lego Racers from like the early to mid 2000s. Some sets had that sort of thing. So I reckon we'll see something like that. And Bricktastic last year, this year even, wow, it's been that long. So back in February, we had Bricktastic, and there was a display that had a full-on dedication to the soapbox, where other displayers would bring their own custom soapbox vehicle. I guess you could call it, yeah, it's technically a vehicle. And, you know, there's a massive ramp. You get a brick for doing it. There wasn't any kind of competition, not that I can remember. But it was so popular, and the creativity on display for all the soapbox cars, wicked cool. So there's quite literally no limits to what they can do with this set. There's no way they do 2 bumper packs and this main set, and that's it for the line. There's got to be more. There has to be so much more. I don't think we're going to see anything else with the F1 side of things. We got all of that. The individual cars, the garages and the pit stops, even the lorry, which is really cool. But again, I don't think we're going to see much else with that. I think we kind of had our fill with Formula One. Granted, they've done quite well. So even going back to last year, just thinking about, what else was there? Massive mobile crane, we got a tour bus, just smaller things like that, the tour bus. Just city vehicles. That's great stuff. I'll have to look back at let's get up now. So let's see. Brick sets. Here we go. So go away. City. Yeah. How do I year released? From 2005. Okay, maybe not quite that much. Year release descending. All right, that's good. They have a bunch of sets with question marks on them. Bunch of 2026. Okay, so there's a lot of leaks supposedly already. What the heck is this? But how do you know the set? That's still a bit okay. Hang on. Speaking of Formula One, I found the new Hot Wheels Premium Formula One cars at the store called Muller. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they have actually. I think Hot Wheels have done the same. Where they've had, at least I think they've had Formula One cars in the past. Yeah, it's actually quite popular. Oh, hang on. Okay. So, to my complete surprise, there's one list out there that that's one video I don't need to worry about. So, January 2026 Lego sets. I'm looking at Reddit right now. Let me copy and paste that into the chat so you can have a look along with me. January 2026 Lego City sets. A $20 tractor. Fair. An airport fire truck. I remember one of those coming out when I was maybe in my early teen years. That was a really cool set. The Lego van, so like a delivery van or a lorry, but as a van. All right, cool. Airport with airplane. Yeah, definitely. We got a couple of solo planes. Where is it? Where's the last plane? So we have that air ambulance plane, which is pretty cool. Did we have an airport set? Where am I bugging? No, we've not had an airport for quite a while. Wow, I thought we did. What was going on with these two? No, they're still available. See, that sort of thing I need to make sure. All right, we'll get to that. There's so much to talk about. When was the last airport? We have a passenger plane set. That's still out. That was New Year's 24, I think. No way is that still going. Jesus, okay. Oh, that's it. Yeah, there has been an airport set in quite a while. Coast Guard helicopter. Have we had something akin to that as well? What was the Coast Guard set? Well, we had that's Prison Island though. There's it's an Arctic one. That's why. The harbor as well, and a lot of this is more jungle exploration, that sort of thing. Okay, there's actually quite a bit that's been missing for a while, so getting these redone, that's pretty good. So Coast Guard helicopter, $55. Coast Guard rescue boat and helicopter. So that'll be a different design to come with something else. All right. Well, the standalone helicopter has to be better than the one in the 2-pack to warrant $100. Airplane, service truck, and hovercraft remix. So that's probably going to work in the same sense of the helicopter, fire truck, and submarine sets. So, hang on, wrong tab. Right, let's have a look at this one. So set number 60462 has a helicopter, a submarine, and a fire truck, where you have your front, your middle, and your back, sort of 3 separate sections of the vehicles, and you can like unclip them and kind of make them longer or smaller, or you could put like the back of the helicopter onto the front of the fire truck, for example. And it was a very fun, just gimmicky plaything. So they're doing a second service style, so aeroplane, hovercraft as well. That was going to be really cool. And a service truck. That service truck is going to be I hope that's not going to be a good looking service truck, because I don't want to have to fork out about 55. Well, it's $70, which will be about £60 maybe. I don't want to have to fork that out if the truck itself is good. It might be a good parts pack. We'll find out. Stop double clicking. A cement mixer for $40. That I am interested in, because I would like to make a couple more. I like to make a couple more just general road vehicles, but there's a few I have in mind. So next we have police prisoner transport van. Yes, that will absolutely work in my city, because I have a police station with a small prison in it. Well, it's more like a jail than a prison. But yes, that's probably going to be on my list. A rides police truck and rides fire truck, rides gaming race car, and rides construction loader, all for $9.99. I wonder if they're going to be in the same line as the... I don't know, actually, because it's not no limits, it's rides. That would be a very interesting thing to see. A police truck, a fire truck, a construction loader, and a gaming race car for $10 each. What could it mean by rides? That's going to be very interesting to find out. We're going to be getting into some more vehicles for me. So we got a hot rod and an electric vehicle supercar, both of them also a tenner. Wicked. I love to have small vehicles to modify and turn into for my collection, for my city. Also a yellow taxi for $15. Also very nice. I would absolutely love to make some taxis. A taxi hub is on my list of dioramas to make for Motoropolis. Oh, pardon me. I do have an idea for how I want to make my own taxi, but depending on... I don't know. I think I still might make it, because I'm going to be making it for BBS, Bristol Brick Show. But it'll be good to have multiple taxis, like a classic style, modern style, and a hot rod taxi. That would absolutely be on the list of things to make. The next food truck we're getting is a fries food truck. So French fries, basically. That's going to be... I'm very curious, because the burger van and the donut van were so well done. They lent into the sort of cartoonish visual, where you think about the donut van, for example. Let's start with the donut van, because that's the recent one. It's a good shape with some good colors. It has like some icing dripping between the wheels as a special print, and a massive donut on the top. Like, yes, that's so good. The burger van was also wicked cool, because the actual service area itself was a burger, just a full-on tiny burger building. And you have a separate truck which has worked as a truck. So that was so creative. I think that was really cool. So the fries one, that's going to be interesting. Also, we have Jet versus Car, $29.99. That's going to be... So, for 30 quid. So, we need to think of it this way. The Jet and the Car will be of a quality as if they were standalone $15 sets, because that's being combined into one as a $30 set. Sorry, get your nose. Oh. That's... I wonder if that's going to be a high-speed record, sort of land speed record style car, because we've had one of those, what, 5-ish years ago? It was orange. I remember the set. It's like you could probably get it on eBay for like £3. I reckon that's what we're going to get. The Jet's going to be very interesting to look at. The car, I reckon the car in that is going to be like streamlined, quite elongated, massive jet at the back. That's what I'm predicting. That is what I think. Also, we have two more sets. Snowplow for $20. that's probably going to be the next Arctic. What's the word I'm trying to get? Arctic set in the series. My brain wants to say the word set and series at the same time. So that's going to be snowplow. Well, interesting how they're just calling it snowplow. It's a $20 set. So it's probably going to be a vehicle and like a 10 brick rock slide or something like that with a maybe like a little sea line or something on it. I don't know. But yeah, that's going to be the snowplow being the name of the set. That's going to be the main. I wonder if it's going to be like a massive brick built snowplow and the vehicle is sort of like medium-ish in size. That'd be interesting. And the final one being motorcycle transporter, also $20. So that's going to be a lot smaller than the car transporter we got. Bloody hell, what, a year and a half ago? Jesus. When did that come out? Is it really that old? 60408. I'm so happy that I can remember that too. The 1st of August is when that came out. Wow. And it's retiring this year. Oh, sure. I wonder if I should get one to hold on to. That is a motorbike. Well, speaking of devil, there's a motorbike outside. I mean, that was a wicked set. It's retiring already. God damn. I mean, I would love to get it for some of the parts, but I don't think I can do too much else with that otherwise. I'll see where I can get it for cheap. I wonder. All right, just quickly catching up with the chat. Sam Brown, hello. Thank you very much for tuning in. I know that it's getting closer to the end of the stream, but I'm still happy that you're here. You've just missed out on a big old conversation about some future LEGO City sets. So with the link images I'm looking at, it just says, oh no, it does say, it says January 2026 LEGO sets. I thought that just said 2026 LEGO sets. No, this is specifically for January. That's a massive wave. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's 20 sets. About 19 or 20 sets that we're getting. Oh, man. Right, I need to... Oh, that might be better, actually. Yeah, all in all, I'm actually really excited for this wave because there's a number of sets I immediately look at that I am keen to get. So let me just save these images because I'm going to use this for a video. So I can change that from, let me get the schedule up. So that one there. So I'm going to change that title to 2026 LEGO City Sets Leaked. Yeah, let's keep it to that for now. Very cool. So looking at all of these, oh boss, I got rid of the tab. History, go back to Reddit. Well, I linked it in there. Yeah, I linked it in the chat. That's good. Go to site. Yeah, that's fine. So out of 20 sets here, there's a couple I'm looking at. So the Lego van, maybe. It would be nice to have a Lego set or like product transportation van of some kind in my city. So I'm going to keep an eye out for that. The police prisoner transport van, definitely. I want to increase my police presence in my city. That reminds me, I need to get the... is it in Smith's? There was a Lego set which was like a police training ground set. Oh, for God's sake. I'm not a robot, like, hello. Lego police. Do they have the training ground? No, they don't. Okay. No, hang on. I need police training academy. Is it? Oh, sorry, hell. Is it retired? I think I looked at this a couple of days. Shit, it's retired. Okay. I'll look at that after the stream. But that's the set I actually want to get my hands on now, or at least make myself, because this is actually quite cool. So, back in the room again. The transport van, yep. So these $10 rides sets, these vehicles in particular, police truck, fire truck, construction loader, and gaming race car. Once the images come out, it will make things a lot easier to kind of deduce whether I want them or not. I think straight away, police truck and gaming race car. There's a race car outside. I wonder if I well, the window's open, so you might have heard that. Pardon me. I might get them. I mean, they're going to be £9. When they release, they're going to be £9. So, interesting to say the least. But what does it mean by rides? I'm absolutely fascinated. The hot rod, the supercar, and the yellow taxi, absolutely getting them. Absolutely. They fit perfectly for my sort of build style. It's what, all the car sets I make, I'm going for them. Yep. I don't know if I'm going to get the next food truck. I don't really do food trucks. I mean, I bought the burger van mainly for the parts, admittedly, but I also got the donut truck to turn that into a donut shop, like a little bakery. I don't know if I'm going to get any more. I've never been one to collect the food trucks. Every now and then I'll think to myself, oh, it would have been nice if I, went back through the years and bought every food truck that got released. Nah, it's not worth it. It'd be very interesting to see it, but I don't think it's going to be for me. Otherwise, the last one I'd be interested in for this particular wave will be the Jet versus car, $30. I'm very interested to see what the car looks like, because I do have an idea to make an elongated style land speed record vehicle with jets. I've got a long slope brick in particular that I plan on using. Yeah. When the images eventually come out and the sets release, we'll go from there. So how much? So for the Lego City line alone, assuming these images are accurate, so Lego van, let's assume that's what I'm going to get. So that's $30. Prison to transport van, that's going to take it up to $50. Let's be generous and say that the ride set is something I'm favoring for now. The police truck and the gaming race car, they're $10, so that's $60, $70. Hot rod and electric vehicle supercar, that's $80, $90. The yellow taxi is $15, that takes up to $105. The jet versus car is $30, that takes me up to $135. So currency converter. So at the moment, if I go to, oh, perfect. So $135, which we just added up, is £99 and 94 pence. I'm basically spending £100 on City alone. The funny thing is, the City, well, I don't know, because with all the car sets I get, I only ever get one of each because I use them as parts to turn into a mock. It's really not that often I buy multiples as a basis for a mock. I'll probably buy them for parts. But, yeah. I've got a lot to look forward to now. How did I miss this leak list? Seriously. Right, I can get rid of that. Get rid of that one. I've got the. How good do these actually look? Oh, right. Okay. Oops, that's not wanted. Yeah, okay. That's yeah, tell you what, let me just whilst we still got a bit of time, first of all let me catch up with the chat. So first of all, Sam Brown says, are they talking about those coin operated mile rides? That's a good point. That's a very good point. That is not a bad idea at all. You know what? I would love to see that. Because the city has a lot of range. There's so much utility with all the buildings and the vehicles and how it builds up to a full-on proper city. We don't really get that much that focuses on the accessories. So something like that would be fit for the interior of a building, because Lego know that people make their own stuff. I got to admit, something like that, like as in a kids ride, but a stationary kids ride, that's not a bad idea. That's got me interested even more now, because I'm very keen to see what that would look like. But how would they get the vehicles to work? Because it's going to be a $10 set. So these are going to be $9 here in the UK. That's going to become an $8.99 set. So how would they make the vehicles? I very much, I don't know. I was about to say I very much doubt that they would make it so you could have the vehicle separate and just use that as its own small little drivable vehicle. Because half of that set is going to be the base of the ride, and the second half is going to be the vehicle that sits on top. Oh, pardon me again. I think that is a very good idea, Sam. That's wicked cool. I'm even more excited now for these sets to release. Right, let me get some Lego Speed Champion 26. Right, let me get this other image as well, because I want to talk about the Speed Champion leaks for New Year's as well. So Dominic also says, Luke, here are a few name suggestions for Street Racer series. Jane, Lizzie, and Elise, which is a reference to Webtoon Sugar and Spies by Page Keeper. Jane, Lizzie, Elise. I will always take in new names for my series, so thank you so much. Street Racer profiles. Get the right Word document up. What have I written at the top? Street Racer character profile full bio. There we go. Right, let's go all the way down to the bottom. 116 pages. I've got so much more writing to do for chapter 4. Okay then. So I've got a character called Mr. Jackpot because I have the Batman green tuxedo suit with dollar bills all over it. So the character Mr. Jackpot will be very fun to make. Oops. Jane, Lizzie, Elise. Do I have an Elizabeth? Did I write down Elizabeth? No, I didn't. Oops. That'd be why. Is that better? Sorry, one second. I need to make sure my documents are all tidy. That's better. I don't have an Elizabeth. Or Lizzie in this case. Nice. All right, thank you very much. Jane is the blonde one, Lizzie is the redhead, Elise is the brown hair, the brunette. I'll have to make a note of that. So Jane, hang on. Jane, blonde. Elise, brunette. And Lizzie was a redhead. All right. Sugar and Spice. A 1966 film. With Looney Tunes? No, that's something completely different. If you're in the Discord server, send a link to the webtoon in question, because you'll find it quicker than I will. I'll be able to reference the correct thing, because if they are based on something, I can actually make the minifigures look like their full names are Jane Thomas, Lizzie Evans, Elise Dean. I'll stick to the first names for the sake of the character profiles. I'll let people figure out the references afterwards. Sugar and Spice by Page. Okay, let me try that again. Sugar, Spice by Page Keeper. Okay, so it's right. Okay, right. We're good. Yeah, I'll be able to sort that out. Cool. So. Bugatti Vision DT. There we go. I've basically made that mark. God damn it. Right, so we have technically 5 minutes left, but let's have a quick look at what we're going to get in terms of Speed Champion sets for January 1st. So there's not going to be that much discussion about this in comparison to the City sets, because City has so much more range. Speed Champions, not so much. I don't know. Well, if it's okay. So we already know we're getting Lightning McQueen. Out of 5, that's already been announced. Wicked. So the Back to the Future Time Machine, aka the DeLorean. We've had a few DeLoreans already, but to get one using today's pieces and build methods in Speed Champions will be so cool. And there's no way in hell they don't include a unique rim piece for this car. They have to. They have to. It'll be amazing. The Bugatti Vision is basically a car mock I made recently, because I'm seeing images of it in dark azure and dark blue. It's exactly like the car I made. That's quite nice. Still quite nice. Ferrari F. So the other car, so that's 3. Bugatti Vision GT, that's the third one. Ferrari SF90XX. SF90XX. That's a nice shape. I like the headlights on that. See, shapes like this, it's so much easier to get than you think. My build methods probably wouldn't quite get something so accurate, but seeing how set designers get to this point, yeah, that's actually going to be a really funky set. I've got a lot of cars built in red already. Well, it's a Ferrari. It's going to be built in red. I wonder if the Bugatti will come in a different color. That'd be interesting. And the last one was the McLaren W1, another modern supercar looking very modern McLaren. Oh my god, it absolutely can use those new rim pieces. Absolutely, yes. The 5, yeah, easy. Orange and black. Oh, hang on. That's a good point. So the windscreen piece that will come with this must have a black print on it. So where? Hang on. Right. So this is actually quite exciting, because the McLaren W1 We'll probably come with this shape of windscreen piece, but look at this, for example. This is the closest we have to black printing on this windscreen, but this came with the Lotus set, which was the dark green supercar. It has a yellow line going around the base of the windscreen. So the McLaren W1, if it's going to be released in its orange and black configuration, the windscreen piece has to be an all black printing, which is something I know countless builders are begging for. And I'm definitely begging for it as well. God, that does look good. But that also means we can get a particular piece with an all black print. That would be so good. Very excited for that one. Definitely excited for that. Here's the backstory for the trio. They used to work for SPY, the school for premature youth, but they failed in their last mission, decided to become street racers. I like that. I'll keep that noted. Let me do that now. Trio failed youth school. Well, let me put trio failed spy school because I can be a bit more creative with the story then. Became racers. All right, we'll play with that. I'll put that. That's going to be a season 5 or chapter 5. That's going to be a long way away. But I love that we got that there. I'm going to get chapter 4 done as quick as I can because I have no reason to wait so long. I want to get that done ASAP. I am going to look into getting some more modules made. So chapter 4 won't be started until basically next year. Sam Brown says, do you like the transition to the new darker windshield? Because I don't. I think they're way too dark. Most people don't have nearly that much tint, especially in the front windscreen. So this is the previous tint, so to say. I don't have... Oh, I do have, actually. Because I've set up a new chest or series of drawers on my desk here. Where is it? There we go. So yes, when they introduced... Last year, I remember when they introduced the Ford Dark Horse, they introduced a new sort of black transparent. So this is now brown transparent, and this is now black transparent. So it's a bit difficult to see on camera, but you can actually see here that the one behind is a darker tint. Now, you will see supercars more so will have that kind of tint. So against the white background there, you can see how much darker that is compared to this, which is much better as a transparent piece. But this one, I for one don't mind it. I honestly don't mind it. It's a problem at the moment because this isn't exactly a common tint at the moment. It's like 2 years old, but even then, that's still relatively new in terms of Lego pieces. This tint has been around for donkey's years. But yeah, altogether, it's not that major. It's noticeable up close and in the light, which is not as often as you think, because when you have one of these, well, in particular, this new one on your model, it's not that, it really isn't that bad. That's just me. I'm all right with that. So put that one back in there. That's going to go back on my mock that I'm currently working on. And that will have to be the end of the stream. So thank you everyone so much for tuning in. Dominic, very good to see you. Sam Brown, thank you so much for tuning in. Union Pacific Fan 4014, thank you all as always so much for tuning in. I love doing these live streams. It's so good to chat with everyone. We had a great time talking about these new Lego City sets that are coming out in January 1st. I'm going to be spending a lot of money on that day. Oh, man. But you know what? It's going to be a great time. I haven't done reviews for sets in forever, and I don't think I ever will, admittedly. But I am probably going to do a haul. I haven't done a Lego haul video since January 2022, so almost 4 years ago. That was a fun vlog to put together. And I think it would be fun to do another one because, well, it's another bit of content. Why not? So yeah, thanks everyone so much for watching. I hope you had a good time today discussing all of these new sets, talking about well, lots of stuff really. Sugar and Spice looks interesting. I'll look into it later on. And as Sam Brown is saying, Dominic, if you want to join the Discord server, there is a link at the top of the description. You can get yourself in just by clicking a couple of buttons, and we'll be able to have a future chats from there. You can link Sugar and Spice in the Discord server if you like, because it would be really cool to get some more references to make these characters more accurate to what you're referencing. And there's no doubts that we will see more people who see these characters in the series understand the reference. Oh, pardon me. So yes, that's everything done. One quick update. In terms of videos, once again, I have 2 videos in the works. One video has now been modified, so predicting future sets has now turned into reacting to the 2026 January LEGO City sets. I'm also going to be working on how I think a My Own Train series for LEGO could work in 2026, or at least modern day. Let me see, yeah. In modern day. It's going to take a while for me to put those scripts together, to do some research and think about things, because it will be something that will actually demand quite a bit of time to make. The My Own Train video in particular is going to take some more time. The reaction to LEGO City sets, I don't know if I'm going to make that video, to be honest, because we kind of did that all here. There's nothing really major to do. I've never been one to do reactions. That's, well, a reaction to the McQueen set was warranted given the nature of that set. Otherwise, looking at the city sets, I don't think I'm actually going to... I think I'm going to scrap that video. You know what? Yeah, let me get rid of that one. So the only planned video coming up is how I think LEGO My Own Train could work in modern day. That's not going to come out for a while. I have a lot of stuff going on in my personal life as well at the moment. I have a LEGO show coming up, which I'm hosting. I've got a lot of mocks I'm going to be building as part of my city expanding. I've got a lot of stuff to do with that. Vehicles to go with it. Yeah, I've got a very busy time ahead of me. So there might be a bit of a hiatus when it comes to videos. But the only thing that's going to be on the way is the My Own Train in modern day. So yeah, thanks everyone so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you like what I do and want to support me in a more personal way, consider joining me on Patreon. Members get exclusive perks for just £3 a month. A link for that is at the top of the description. Thanks again for watching, and if anything else, I shall see you in next week's live stream. Thanks for coming, everyone. I'll see you then.